Good morning. Yeah, you're probably saying, what the heck? This is supposed to be women in business. Guest Michelle Chapman sharing her three insights. Well, I think Podcast Pete got his weeks mixed up. We're looking for a sharp 3 to 5 hours a week VA that can work with our team in the Philippines. So if you know of anybody, reach out to me. Let me see if I can put my number up here. Yeah, I think I can. But anyway, I'm going to give you three tips, three insights from Michelle's eyes. And then we'll have her on next week, same time, when we get everything scheduled correctly on my part. So she has a special secret sauce. She has leveraged a skill of hers that has gotten her to think outside the box. What is that skill? Dyslexia. These are our wonderful people that have dyslexia, and their kids may have it. And in her case, they do. So she's always thought outside the box, which gives you a perspective that nobody else has. So people say, "Oh, wow, sorry you had to grow up." No, you thought differently. You solved problems. You looked at situations with a completely different set of eyes. That's her number one secret sauce. Number two is she's a hard worker. She knows how to work hard. She's a part of military family. People, especially the spouses in the military, they have to be adaptable. They have to be willing to change. They have to be able to get along, build relationships. So, what that does is it creates a mindset of adaptability and flexibility. So, you look at that with her different mindset. That's why she's working with that's right, you heard me, with a B, billion-dollar companies. Now, that's crazy because she can take data and give you why that data is important. She looks at a spreadsheet, she looks at data and she says, okay, here's where we have the opportunity. Not everybody can do that. Absolutely, very few. So if you need that in your small business, she has a heart for small businesses. We've had her on our podcast before, and she shared so many things. And she came highly recommended from a friend of mine, Jonathan, who knows her, who works with Fractional Executive Podcast and sees things from a different set of eyes, too. So, one, she thinks differently. Two, she's got a work ethic like you've never seen because she's grew up in the military environment. She's had to move around, she's had to adapt, she's had to change. That's the third one. Be willing to change in your business. When we see a movement of women crushing it in business, you just have to look back where their journey will tell you so much about why they're crushing it. Ask them their story, and you'll find out there's some common things. And the common things are they can adapt, they know hard work because raising kids is no piece of cake, and they understand how to look at things differently than us guys. So, those three things. This is going to be shorter than normal because I'm going to promote now. Okay, here we go. Look, if you are interested, if you're a woman and you're interested in how to succeed in business, we have another person that's crushing it in business. She's on at 9 o'clock. So come on back and you'll hear from Joanie Cumberland. She's a black belt instructor. Don't mess with her because you'll be on the mat. Ask Brett. Um, I call him Michael Keaton, but he doesn't like that. But anyway, She put them down on the mat twice at the KBA, Kennesaw Business Association Wake Up KBA a month ago. So be careful who you mess with, because if you mess with our women and they know black belt, you're in over your head. Okay, let's get back to this. Why am I putting this on the screen? Adult children and senior parents laughing together at a comedy night. If you're from Atlanta, you know of Ken Kington. You know how many times he's made you laugh. You've been to his events. He is nationally known, but he lives here in our hometown. He's going to be entertaining and helping our seniors laugh and their adult children. So you want a date with your mom and dad? Get a date with your mom and dad and come to this event. When is it? May 22nd, Wednesday night. What are you doing on Wednesday night besides going to church? Oh, it is at a church. Holy mackerel. Dang, you can laugh and go to church. Holy Grace Church. Let me see if I can go to this next slide, which going to give you more details. You may not be able to read it, but hey, you got to scan it. That QR code at the top there, that's Air Bar, a comedy YouTube channel, has some incredible content. You'll hear 45 minutes of Ken unleashed on the most incredible laughter. You want to have gut-wrenching laughter, you want to make your day, scan that code, get and see that 45-minute routine. It is hilarious. Whenever I want a good laugh, I just put on that channel. So yes, he's our headliner. Melissa, you're going to hear from Melissa. She's a comic here in town. She's, I think, 4 or 5 years in the business, and she's helping people laugh. Not helping, she is making people laugh. So she's going to be organizing everything around that. And so she'll be performing second on the ticket. So actually, no, let me back up. Larry Hauser, he's one of us, a senior. Yes, he's a senior like you and me. Because if you're been on this podcast, you'll know we love on our seniors. So he's going to lead off, and he's a senior. It's going to be at Grace Church. So he'll start. Melissa will come on second. We'll take a break. You'll be able to go out, get something to eat, just hors d'oeuvres, not a full meal. Hang out with our vendors who want to meet you. If you're an adult child, you want to know what resources are out there. What's out there that could help mom and dad? Because there's stages in the senior journey, and it's independent living first. Maybe you're in a home, assisted living second, and memory care third. So each one of those, there's a stage that you need different services. You need to know what is out there. We're going to bring the vendors together, and we're going to introduce our resource book. Yes, you heard it. You don't have to go online and look for everything. You can touch and feel it. You can see the stories about the vendors. You can see how to contact them. You can even go and listen to them on a podcast. So that will be introduced that night. So what night is it? Wednesday night, May 22nd, 6 o'clock. Why do we make it 6 o'clock in Atlanta? Well, we have to get you home. Got to get you to bed. If you're like me, I go to bed at 8:30. So I can't be staying out too late. So come right from work, pick your mom up, pick your dad up, meet them there, however you want to do it. Come and laugh. Enjoy yourself. Have a date with mom and dad, and meet some of our wonderful vendors who've been vented. Let me say that again. Vented means they're safe. They're good. And we make sure that you have a safe community, because not everybody is in that category. And when we find somebody's doesn't want to love on our seniors, yeah, they're just not part of our community, because there's a lot of people want to take advantage of our seniors. Well, not in our community, they won't, because we'll find out about you and we'll come after you. No, not really, but we won't let you into our community, because we want our vendors to feel safe. We want our seniors to feel safe, and we want you to enjoy dealing with these people who love your mom and dad and who will care for them, because you're out there building your business, you're in a career, you're busy. We know that. But you have help. You have help that can assist you in different stages. There's so many things that are coming up, and you got to be aware of these. You got to be aware of our vendors who can help support you. So let's go back. I want to put Ken back on here. So Larry Hauser is going to start out. Melissa, sorry, Kathy Sassy. I don't know. Sorry about that, Melissa. I will get it down here before the next podcast. We'll be on second. We'll take a break at the bottom of the hour. You'll have some time to hang out with the vendors, get something to eat, light hors d'oeuvres. We're not talking full meal. And then we'll come back at 7, be able to have Ken entertain you, and you're going to be in for a treat. Just get ready to laugh. Get ready to have a good time. This is a Grace Church, which is right by the mall. Grace Church is a wonderful church. So anyway, if you have any questions, let me see if I can put my information up here. Now, if you're like, wow, how do I get a hold of, oops, let me see. No, that's not it. All right, I'm going to get it here. Hold on, Nelly. Okay, there we go. There we go. podcasterpkane.com, or you can call me direct. I don't answer it because you're not in my address book. So podcasterpkane.com, that'll have all the information. It should be available later on today, maybe, but just keep that number handy, because the first link on the link tree is going to be the comedy night. If you're a vendor out there and you have already had a podcast, can't get in our book unless you do a podcast, get a hold of me. If you're a nice person, get a hold of me and get on the podcast. And if you already had a podcast and been vented, and you have showed that you love our seniors, you want to be in this resource book, because this resource book is going to be a book that'll be available in our community to be able to give our adult children options of what is out there to help their mom and dad. So I hope you, hope you have a wonderful day. Come back at 9 o'clock, and you're gonna hear from a black belt. Yes, Joannie is a black belt. Don't mess with her, because you'll be on the mat. Ask Brent; he'll tell you. He tried to mess with her, not really, but he was in a demonstration. She put him down twice on the mat. So that's another woman that's crushing it in business, and she's going to give her tips at 9 o'clock. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Share this with people that you know. Let people know that on May 22nd, we're going to have you laugh so hard you've never laughed this hard in a long, long time. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.